What is up, mages? It is I, your wintry neighborhood Winterspell. I welcome you back to another stream. Alright, so this is honestly one of my favorite games that I've played in the past few years. Again, you guys know I am an RPG nut. Mostly, I'm a high fantasy boy, but sometimes I get into more of the techie stuff. So The Outer Worlds is a really good game. I found this game a few years ago. Actually, I think a year or two ago. In my local game store for $6. And I'm like, okay, $6. You know, maybe it's okay. I asked him, you know what? Would I like this game? Because, you know, usually I'm not into a lot of sci-fi. And he's like, did you like Fallout? I said, I love Fallout. Then you'll probably like The Outer Worlds. So, this game is set in the future. The basic idea is you're in the Halcyon star system, and it is a system that is owned by the board. It's a bunch of companies that came together to buy this star system. So you are on the ship The Hope. The Hope got lost about 70 years ago, and the entire colony is in cryostasis. Now, normally you can survive about 10 years in cryostasis, which is about what the journey is to get from Earth to Halcyon. But you're not supposed to be able to be revived 70 years later. You will be revived by a professor, and he needs your help to revive the rest of the colonists, to try to wrest the colony away from the board, and, you know, give it a brighter future. Now, you can go with the evil option. You can become an agent of the board. I have never done a playthrough like that. I might do it at some point. Like, if you guys really like this, I might do an evil playthrough as well. I normally like to do the heroic playthrough. One of the things I really like about this game is that there's different factions, which are the different companies and groups you run into, and you can get a reputation with them that can affect behavior and prices and things like that. So, it's a very well thought out game. I don't appreciate there's a level cap of 36, but I don't have the Spacer's Choice Edition, which raises the cap to 99, and I can't get it on the PS4. Maybe at some point I will get a PS5, I don't know. But if I do, I will get the Spacer's Choice upgrade. Because I believe since I own the physical disc of Outer Worlds, and I do own the 2 DLC, Peril on Gorgon and Murder on Eridanos. So I believe that should work on the PS5 as well. So I'll just need to pay like $10 to get the Spacer's Choice upgrade, which is worth it to me. So we're going to set this to story because, you know, we're streaming. And you guys know how I roll. So yeah, let's check out the Halcyon system. Like I said, I've put a lot of hours into this game. I've got it on the Switch, and I've got it on PS4 here. It's a fantastic game. I truly do recommend it. And it is pretty cheap to pick up. Like I said, I got a physical copy for $6. Now, this game is completely first person, just to tell you. Okay, good, it is working. It is completely first person, which is a little annoying, I'll admit, because you guys know that I like to switch in between first person and third person, depending on what I'm doing. But honestly, it's really cool. I will admit, since it does kind of look like Fallout, I keep trying to access VATS. Like, no, VATS is not in this thing. So the opening of the game is pretty exciting. But yeah, see, there's... This always makes me laugh. He's like, why aren't you opening? That is Dr. Wells. cool dude, possibly insane. Yep, Phineas Wells. So this is where we're going to design our character.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Man, I really do love Arizona. It is delicious. Alright, so these are our 6 stats. Body is strength and dexterity. Strength is all of your skills will, all of your stats will affect certain skills. So this will be like melee damage, heavy weapons, things like that, and carrying capacity. The kind of build I'm going for is a pistol build, which I really enjoy. That's why I've named this episode Space Cowboy. So we're not really going to need strength as much. We have 6 points to put it in. We can bring it all the way up to very high. Alright, dexterity will be important. That affects handguns. So we're going to need to put that up 3. Probably put perception up to high. Honestly, put charm up to good. Dexterity we want the fastest, because that's our reload speed. That will give us that'll give us attack spread. So it's decent. Now intelligence does affect critical hit damage, but that's going to be fine. So we have strength, dexterity, intelligence, perception. We'll have 20% to extra headshot, weak spot damage. And we got charm and temperament. Temperament is actually your body, mostly. So I'm going to tell you right now, this isn't going to matter as much. These are your different skills. When you level up, you get to put points into these skills. You get 10 points per level. So until those skills all reach level 50 in each one, you can pump them all at once. The highest you can put a skill is 150. You can actually reach Virtuoso in 2 skills in a given playthrough, even with the level cap. But this, we have to reach Virtuoso in handguns. That's just going to be very important. Persuade, lie, and intimidate are honestly pretty important. There's a lot of speech checks. Hack, you at least need to get it to level 20, so you can use vending machines. Honestly, tech is incredibly important as well. Inspiration and leadership, Inspiration and determination, technically they're okay. They're for your companions. You can pump that later. But engineering is an incredibly important skill, because that will, you can tinker with and power up and modify weapons in this game. Engineering is incredibly important. So there's 4 different weapon types you can use in this game. Well, technically 5. One-handed melee, two-handed melee, handguns, long guns, that'd be like assault rifles and rifles, and heavy weapons, like your machine guns. My recommendation is choose one of them, and that's the one you pump. That's the one you get to Virtuoso. Like, on my Switch, I'm doing a long gun playthrough that uses assault rifles. It's incredibly powerful. I don't usually focus much on the melee. I usually keep a melee weapon on hand just in case, but it's really not as important. And honestly, you need to really build around it. So I'm going to go ahead and... yeah, it adds 10. Tinkerer. So I'll go ahead and pump the 10 into that and that.
You could make a vicar doubt the law.
I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, this will give us our aptitude, which can give us a little boost somewhere. I'm liking, I'll just do that. This is also something that doesn't really matter as much. It's mostly flavor. Alright, now we can decide our guy. So I am going to go ahead and change it to male. It's just like kind of like they're growing and shrinking. It's kind of hilarious. That face works. See, this boy ain't never seen the sun. This is Transylvanian right here. Like, the Belmonts are coming for this man. He's so pale. I like to have my guys a little tan. So I do like the different eye colors you can get in this game. They are nice. I mean, that's just cool. I kind of like that. The pink eyes really does look cool. Although it is a freaking disease, so maybe not. Alright, so the purple... I kind of like the purple. You know, we're going to the green. I like the green. That nose is something else. That's fine. Alright, let's go with hair. So we can get a better look at it. We'll change the color to, like, white. I mean, it's kind of Jedi looking. I mean, that's cool. I like that. 17. We'll maybe come back to 17. Well, there's Dr. Wells's hair. Like, I want to make the guy kind of handsome and dashing, but I also want to make him look a little dangerous. Like, he's supposed to be a space cowboy. That ain't gonna do it. And that's maybe interesting. Maybe try that. Definitely a lot of different hair colors. Kind of like that. Take a look at our facial hair. That's a maybe. I am the one that stands at the pinnacle of all races. I could make this man straight up Escanor. I could. I do like that. I mean, that, kind of like that right now. Maybe go back, you know what? This works. That works for me. Let's see. Well, we'll go ahead and call him Winter. Because, you know, that's me. So this is our guy. This is Winter. So high dexterity, very high dexterity, high perception, good charm. He's got some decent starting stats. I can feel it.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Might take a couple levels to get things done, but that'll be fine.
Please power down your engines. Not likely, bootlickers.
Okay, so Phineas Wells is kind of awesome.
Initiate skip jump.
So skip jump is kind of like their hyperdrive. Yeah, Phineas Wells does not care. He's just ready to rock. And I love him.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down.
Shit.
And he just addresses the situation so well. Shit. And that's where we come in.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take.
So technically, I'm older than this guy.
So long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction.
Oh good, explosive cell death, that's beautiful.
Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies, saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. It'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck.
Ha! The joke returns. He's like, come on. I really do appreciate the character of Wells. So remember, everything in this system is owned by a corporation, except for a couple of spots that are not actually under the board's control. Which we will actually see fairly soon, after the first zone. The way this game kind of works is, technically it is open world, but you also do kind of go zone by zone, and you kind of... I do it kind of New Vegas style. I go from zone to zone and I clear like all the quests and side quests that I can. And once I've finished, I go on to the next place.
You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Nice. Now, I'm just going to say, if I got launched through space in that little capsule, I would have probably crapped myself. Alright, so let's meet this smuggler dude. Alright, where are you?
You've landed good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in
Oh, there's Hawthorne.
Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Yeah, that man is
Hawthorne
dead.
won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh?
Alright, so this is Terra
Not
2.
sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head.
We're in the Emerald Vale region,
Shame about
first
the
region in the
whole
game.
squashing thing. Nasty
And
way to go.
Honestly, it's beautiful. I'm just gonna let you know there's psychic gorillas. We're gonna deal with that. So this game does have a, let's see if I remember the correct, there it is. I always clear the journal because it annoys me. Alright, so, yeah, there we go. Wait, how many bullets? Wow, I don't have bullets. Okay, so this game does use a perk system. So every couple of levels, we can get a perk. However, we can also get certain situations that would give us a perk point. These things are called flaws. This is honestly a very interesting part of the game, where you have to... Let's say something happens a lot. So let's say you take fall damage a lot. You could get a flaw, and you can choose to accept or reject these. You can get a flaw that says, hey, if you're high up because of all the fall damage you've taken, you get a debuff to your stats while you're high off the ground. And then in exchange for taking that flaw, you get a perk point to choose one of these perks. Or let's say a certain type of enemy damages you a lot, you know, you could get a flaw where you get a debuff with that enemy. Or let's say you drink a lot of alcoholic consumables, so you could get like an alcoholism flaw. Or things like that. So like I said, the flaws are really cool. It does also... It really does make you think about your character. It also stops you from being this all-powerful creature, which I think is really interesting. And this is the faction system I was talking about. The Groundbreaker, Iconoclasts, Monarch Stellar Industries, Sublight Salvage and Shipping, and the board are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5 main ones. We'll run into secondary factions later. So you can have both a positive and a negative bar with a given faction that will affect how they react to you. Alright, so let's go on from here. We don't have our weapon yet. Excuse me. That is a dead marauder. Marauders are like raiders in Fallout or bandits in Skyrim. Those are canids. What you gonna do? You can't attack me. I don't have a weapon yet.
You've been frozen for a while.
So that was the time dilation. That is... Think about kind of like Jet in Fallout. It allows you to slow time briefly. That's kind of like your stim packs, the inhaler. So, yeah, that's kind of like using Jet. It's very interesting, and honestly, the pistol build does focus on it. Being able to do time dilation to be able to get in good shots.
You've tried the best.
There's even a achievement for shooting people in the groin.
Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stinks.
So the way that people are kind of are in the Halcyon system is, if you're a kind of employee of a company and you're in the lower class, you are essentially a slave. They own you. Like, we're gonna run into like burial fines, where even when you're dead, they have to pay to maintain your grave, or you can be dug up and just tossed somewhere. Also, like, things like employees are not allowed to self-delete, or the family gets fined. Even things like, we're going to meet a character, our first companion, Parvati. She lived with her dad because her mom belonged to a different division, and she had to stay with her father as per contracts. Because even if you have a child, well, now they belong to the organization too.
Better.
So it's kind of sick, honestly.
Or worse, had to go begging the boss for some Adrena time. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him.
It's like an entire company of
Then my
Vault-Tec.
gun misfired right through my side. I mean, What are the odds of that?
So yeah, no, the world that we are
Just
presented
barely
with in the
scraped
Outer
by with my
Worlds
life.
is
Crawled in
honestly
here and blocked off
quite
the exit with those
sickening,
canisters.
especially with the way that human life is viewed. But it really does make for a great game.
Spacer's choice policy clearly stipulates that dead and as good as dead are two completely different properties of matter. Unless I'm dead, I'm contractually obligated to attend to my post. I will report that illegally grounded spacecraft if it is the last thing I do. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here. Yeah, okay. You look like you know you.
You will
Here,
get
you can have my
experience every time you do
space-
use the speech option. Now, weapons will degrade over time, so you can repair them using your engineering skill. By getting the engineering skill high enough, you can repair your weapons in the field by using weapon and armor parts. So yeah, engineering is a skill that I pump because it is so useful. It's kind of like smithing in Skyrim. You do need it.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the...
Those things are sprats. They're adorable. That is the Spacer's Choice mascot. I know it is terrifying. Bad Marauder. Alright, we're going to pick this up. I'm going to be honest, most of the consumables I simply do not use. Because I just don't care to. I use them to sell. Certain things I collect, though. Also, if you would like to know kind of how the classes really do work in Outer Worlds, a good representation of it is the fact that there is a company called Rizzo's that puts out Spectrum vodka. They call it a glass for every class. If you are not in the right social standing, you can't drink certain colors of Spectrum vodka. Well, I am doing badly. There we go. Getting distracted by talking. Yeah, like if you can't drink Spectrum Green if you're not in a certain class. It's a good representation for what this world is like. And the conditions that people live in is truly terrible unless you're like at the top. Like here on Terra 2, there is a city called Byzantine. That's where all the rich people live. You can definitely see the difference.
Get over here before you get yourself killed. Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an... I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for... You out of your mind? No way. I just, you know... Well, sometime. You know what?
Here we go.
Well, they may die, but it's a chance I'm willing to take. Oh, shit. I did not mean to kill that guy. He he did get in my way. You saw it. Shoot. Okay, lady, I'm gonna need you to chill. Yeah, I did not mean to do that. Let's take a look at my reputation. Ah, poo. Well, I can get that back. That is kind of annoying. See, I don't usually kill them. I didn't mean to. But he did get in my way by accident. But, again, that's only 11%. So I can deal with it. Alright, let's pump skills. First up, that's going to 20. I want to pump that right away, and then next level, I'll put the last 2 in it so I can use the vending machine. Get 50% base health. Welcome to the Unreliable.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Unauthorized access of spacefaring. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriate. I detect an elevated heart rate. Indicated jettison procedures initiated. Please engage in airlock. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express... I am incapable of accepting orders from any... I understand. I will require some time to process this information. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept...
Oh, see, so now what she's trying to say, hey, dummy, if you want the ship, you gotta be Captain Hawthorne.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged.
Right.
Astutely observed.
As you can see, also, different skills that you have enough levels in will offer you more dialogue options.
Parameters of high capacity. I have taken the liberty of printing you. This cartridge identifies you. Best of luck in your search.
She's like, try to stay alive this time. I feel you, girl. Alright, so this is a workbench.
If your equipment is in... I suppose everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain.
So we can use this to modify repair, and strengthen our weapons. We cannot strengthen a weapon up to... We can strengthen the weapon up to 5 levels above ours. This machine will let us completely reset our build.
Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died.
Alright, let's get out of here. Now, you see, if we had any party members...
I'll be with you, friend.
Who?
I'm Ernie. I'm the Spacer's Choice. Now, it seems to me, and correct me if... accidentally brutally shot them. Guess I'd better get cleaning up. Can't just leave company property scattered about. No can do, friend. That armor's Spacer's Choice property. You don't want to amble on over to Edgewater. Oh, and be sure to stop by the Edgewater Provisioner for a can of salt tuna. It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I've never seen that before because I've never shot them. It was an accident. So as you can see, the area is really beautiful. They really did put a lot of time into the level design, and I like it. Come on, punk. Did I say you could leave? No, I did not. So don't leave. Very simple. Now you understand. Oh wait, you're dead. Pick up as much ammo as you can find. You will go through it like crazy. So that's a primal. That is a psychic digging gorilla. At least I think they're psychic. I don't know. They got big brains. They're slightly terrifying. Alright, so this is the first city we can get into, Edgewater. You're going to find ruins all over the colony. Different houses and such. Marauders often will be inhabiting them.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's Marauder territory, friend. You pod? What are you on? Ain't safe out here. You'd best... Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. Name's Silas. Junior in humor.
So he's an Undertaker, essentially.
Definitely not the junior in... If you've got business inquiries, Look, you obviously ain't a worker. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see. 4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. Easy.
Alright. So it is good to look around as much as you can. This will let you pick up quests. Because you never know what you're going to find. By the way, you can sell stolen items. That's a bit different from like in Skyrim. Once you steal it, it's yours. It never hurts to look at just about everything. Whew, that went down fast. I'm gonna need to get my engineering up so I can repair in the field. Don't think it's high enough now. Excuse me. Oh, I can. Excellent. Start by breaking these down. Gives us weapon parts. Gonna give us a little more armor. That'll do for now. I don't want to show my armor, my helmet, though. That'll do. I thought I... Weird, it's not supposed to show my helmet. Because I do not like that. There we go. I wanted to see that face I worked so hard on. So yeah, this is Edgewater. Like I said, first town we go to. It's dirty. It's not looking too good, honestly. It's not looking great. Which is okay. It's fine. Doesn't have to be fabulous. Like I said, you can see what it's like. This is the salt tuna canning colony.
Don't go knocking your work. At least we've got one.
Alright, so we'll explore more of this next time. Since we've reached Edgewater and since it is past 11 and I'm getting a little tired, we're going to pick up with this next time. Like I said, I'm going to try to stream at least a couple of episodes tomorrow. After that, I do have to work. But honestly, I'm hoping you guys really enjoyed me getting back in the saddle. I have missed this a lot, and I'm glad to be able to stream again. I'm hoping to really expand my content. Hell, if I can get my hands on a PS5, I'll be able to stream so much. Honestly, I would love to be streaming Oblivion Remastered, and I'm really hoping if I can get my hands on PS5, I will. So until next time, this has been your wintry neighborhood Winterspell, reminding you guys to stay frosty, and I will see you in the next video.